So we had kind of a slow week as far as actually playing this week.
Wednesday Night Poker League, Wednesday, May 30th. Tonight's a big night. The last person left in our World Series of Poker deal gets a entry into the World Series of Poker. So last man of the 15 of us who are left. There's already been 3 players that won their way in. Tonight's the tournament. And then we have a regular Wednesday Poker League. Billy has won 2 weeks in a row. He's going for a three-peat. How many chips you got at first break?
7,700.
7,700. I was down to 2,200. Made my way back up to 10,500. And now I have 7,000. Not really, but better than 2,200.
An update on my son at Wednesday Night Poker League. He was going for a three-peat. He had won 2 weeks in a row, went for a third one, made the final table, but got knocked out, I think either 8th or 9th. So great run, Billy, for 2 weeks. Even a third run at it, excellent job. Oh, and by the way, he went to the cash table and won $1,300 in a 1-2 game. The kid's just ridiculous. Anyhow, Billy, great job, and I want to be like you someday. So I did play one interesting hand at WinStar a couple of weeks ago that I didn't get on the vlog, and that was I had 10 of diamonds, 9 of clubs against a very, very aggressive player in 2-5. And they raised pre-flop to 25. I was on the cutoff, and I made the call, and we were the only 2 players. So the flop came Queen of diamonds, Jack of clubs, 5 of diamonds. And he continued for 35, and I made the call with my open ender. So the next card was the ace of diamonds, putting 3 diamonds on the board, an ace, which hits his range really hard, and he checks. I decided that's good enough for me, and I check back. So the river comes the 2 of diamonds, putting 4 diamonds on the board. He checks to me, I make it 90, and now he comes over the top for 250. And this really just didn't make any sense to me. Why would he not bet with the king of diamonds on the turn? This player was very, very aggressive. If they'd had a king of diamonds, which would have been the nut diamond, I think they would have bet the turn. So I came back over the top. I made it, I think I went all in. I did. I went all in for 630, and they grumbled and complained and folded their hand. Okay, at the beginning of 2018, I set a bunch of goals that I wanted to meet for the year. So I thought this would be a good time, since we're halfway through the year almost, to go over the goals and see how we're doing. So my first goal was this vlog, to continue doing it, to put out content once a week, to get better at the software and better at the hand analysis. I think I've been very successful at this goal, at least with the content part. I've put out a vlog every week, been late by a day or so once or twice, but for the most part I have been doing this for 26 weeks. I have 26 vlogs, so I'm doing that fine. So I asked you guys for input on the vlog as far as share my pair versus my homemade stuff. I asked about doing more hands or more of the creative stuff, family stuff, things like that, and hopefully I'm doing the things that you guys want me to do. The other thing with the hand analysis part of it, my son and I started doing the hand analysis videos, which have been just tremendously fun for us. So I think we've been successful in this goal, and hopefully we'll only continue to get better. My next goal was to be a positive influence in the poker world or wherever I play, and this one's a little bit hard to quantify. I'm probably doing okay. I have never had any complaints. I said I want to be a guy that's fun to study with, that people want to study with, people want to play with, and that's, I guess I'm doing fine there. It's just difficult to quantify. The next goal was to give a poker training class, which tremendously successful. Very, very proud of this. I just did the MrBill poker math class this past week, and I thought it was very successful. We had 14 students attend the class. I thank you guys very much for coming and trusting that I'm telling you the right thing. I certainly hope you guys learned some stuff.
Very informative, very good class. Good, a lot of good thoughts that were thrown out that you know, but good reminder, good for play.
I thought it was very informative, and I learned a lot. I've been playing poker for a long time, and you actually taught me some new tricks.
So, Rags, did you enjoy the MrBill poker math class?
Very much. I really did. I consider myself pretty good at understanding the basics of the math. I am nowhere near MrBill and Billy Jr. as far as doing it rapidly. I'm 74 years old, and those days are long gone.
I thought that you explained it very simple terms where even someone who doesn't know math that well can figure it out. So,
probably the most positive feedback I got was the sections I did on range and combinatorics. Those were really, really well received.
Combinatorics takes a lot of time and repetition, so doing that it really helps. And I think ranges is really fun. So always doing that is fun.
yeah, I mean, it's learning about the ranges and how to read different players at the table and what their ranges are.
Another very positive place was I talked about what I call the tools of poker. I can't give away what I said, but I talked about the most powerful tool that we have, and I talked about the most powerful weapon that we have as poker players, and those were very, very well received. What was your favorite part of the class?
I think the part about tool and weapon, you know, for myself, I like to use the weapon as pressure, and I think the ultimate weapon is the pressure, putting pressure on somebody else. I really like that.
So here are some additional comments that we got from the MrBill poker math class.
Yeah, it's always great when you get to hang out with some guys and actually put your right frame of mind to think through some things that you may have read or practiced but not in a while, and get a chance to rethink through it again and get to hear people's opinions and perspectives on the same material in a different way.
Billy, did you enjoy the MrBill poker math class?
I did. It was very informative, and just it's always good to talk about poker with other people and get input and stuff like that. So it really helps to talk about it.
I also learned as a teacher that you cannot put 29 pages of material together for a 2 to 2.5 hour class. I had way too much material. And poker math I knew is a subject that takes a lot of time, but instead of being broken down into what I thought was going to be a basic class and an advanced class, the basic class itself is going to take 2 days. The advanced class, there may be 3 classes, basic, intermediate, and advanced. And I just did the basic one, and it was still took way more time than I expected. So I hate to talk about this next goal because honestly I'm failing miserably, and that is financial. So last year I made a little over $20,000, I think $21,000 last year, and I only play twice a week at the very most. So this year my goal, because I'm theoretically getting better every time, was to make $25,000. And when you're $26,000 away, that is, you're not going very far toward your goal. This is the longest I have ever been where I've actually been down for a year. So I hope to pick that up at the World Series of Poker. I feel very, very positive. But right now, the financial part of it is a miserable failure. I have now moved up to playing 5-10 at WinStar as my primary game, and that's because I think I am understanding better and I'm getting better. So far my results at 5-10 have been actually very good. In fact, way better than my results at some of the smaller games. So hopefully that will continue. So another goal of mine was to make a deep run in some of the bigger tournaments at WPT, WSOP Circuit, WinStar, Mini River, or Main Event. And I have not played in very many of them, so I have not cashed. I think I've only played in 2 so far this year. But I'm going to the World Series of Poker, leaving June 11th. I'll be there June 12th through the June 18th, and I plan on doing really well there. I have decided I'm only going to play in one, maybe two World Series of Poker events because there's just so many other events at Aria, Venetian, and Wynn, and some of the other places. So I will count those as major tournaments too, especially a lot of them are $1 million payouts also. So very, very excited about that. So we did play a cash game after my MrBill poker math class. We had 2 tables. I think we started with 14 players, 2 tables of 7. Eventually got down to 1 table, and just had a great time. I did not fare very well. Why am I teaching this if I'm not doing very well? My son didn't fare very well either. Gosh, that's both of us at the same time is not very usual. So on this first hand, I'm playing against Stone. I have $278 in my stack, and we're playing Crazy Pineapple. Crazy Pineapple is 3 cards before the flop. You bet it just like Holdem, but after the flop, you get rid of 1 card. So I had Ace of Diamonds, Queen of Diamonds, Jack of Hearts, and I raised to 10. There was 2 callers. Stone raises to 50. I got too good a hand to not call, so I make the call and the others fold. So on the flop, there's $120 in the pot, and the flop comes Queen, Queen, King. We check. On the turn, still $120. Really, really bad card. An ace. So now I say, pre-flop, Stone is probably betting aces, kings, ace, king, possible jacks, but I didn't think so. So probably aces, kings, or ace, king. So he leads out for 50. It's a pretty small bet. I'm not sure if he's doing that because he wants to trap or because he has ace, king. So I can't go away though, $50 into 120, so I make the call. The river is a blank, an 8 of diamonds. Stone shoves in for the effective stack, which is mine, of 178. Again, I just don't think I can fold here. He's got aces, kings, or ace, king. So I can't make the fold. I make the call, and I say, if you got aces, they're good. He didn't have aces, but he did have kings. So he had pocket kings, and I got stacked off. Oh yeah, more goals. The weight loss challenge, it's going well, but not as well as it was last week. So this week I lost 0. I'm still at 183.5. I have 7 days to lose 3.5 pounds if I make my goal. I'm pretty close. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at, but I am going to try hard this week to actually get to the 180 mark. So once again, I can't tell you guys how thrilled I was to actually do the MrBill poker math class. I'm so grateful to the people who came out. I also got some really great positive feedback from people who said when I have the next class, which is going to be on hand reading, they want to come to that too. I think I'm only going to get better at the teaching part of it, and just really, really excited to do it. So for the vlog people, I didn't record any of it. I had enough trouble. In fact, I was almost late to my own class because I had to change some things last minute. So didn't record any of it. Maybe someday I'll do a video or do some video classes or something like that. But at this time, I'm lucky enough I can even do it in person. The next vlog you see will probably be published from Las Vegas, and it'll not have any of the World Series of Poker stuff in it yet. But I hope to do a couple of mini vlogs while I'm in Vegas, so it's fresh, so it's on the days that I'm there, if I can do it. Not promising, but I'm going to try. So sorry for the lack of hands and hand analysis. I simply didn't play very much this week, but there's going to be a lot coming soon. Going to the World Series, going to make a deep run. Let's go MrBill Poker. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.